Applied Materials made $9.1 billion without designing a single AI chip. That number is company-wide revenue, not a disclosed bucket of AI sales. But it reveals something important about the AI build-out. NVIDIA, AMD, memory makers and foundries compete over the finished chip. Applied Materials sells many of the machines that make those chips possible. In its fiscal third quarter, revenue rose 25% to a record $9,115 billion. GAAP net income rose 43% to $2,538 billion, and management guided the next quarter to $10.25 billion at the midpoint. The tempting conclusion is that Applied is a simple picks and shovels winner. The more useful conclusion is narrower. Applied wins when each new generation of logic, memory, and packaging requires more materials engineering steps. That mechanism can expand revenue and margins, but it does not eliminate semiconductor cycles, customer concentration, or export risk. So let us separate the record quarter from the durable investment thesis. Start with the scoreboard. Revenue increased from $7,302 billion a year ago to $9,115 billion, a 25% gain. Gross margin expanded by 1.5 percentage points to 50.3%, and operating margin expanded by 3.1 points to 33.7%. That matters because a hardware supplier can grow by shipping more machines while losing quality through discounts, freight, or an unfavorable mix. Applied did the opposite. GAAP net income grew 43%, materially faster than revenue, while non-GAAP free cash flow rose 14% to $2.33 billion. The quarter also landed modestly above the $8.95 billion midpoint that management had guided 3 months earlier. This was not a giant surprise relative to guidance. It was evidence that growth, pricing, and operating leverage were arriving together. For investors, the margin expansion is the higher quality signal. Applied Materials does not design the processor, own the foundry, or manufacture memory chips for sale. It supplies equipment and process technology used inside fabs. Its systems deposit ultra-thin films, remove selected materials, polish surfaces, measure microscopic features, and find defects. That sounds like a collection of specialized machines. The business mechanism is that chip complexity creates more critical process steps. Applied's April Logic Masterclass described a gate-all-around transistor flow with more than 500 steps, more than 5 distinct materials and layers only 1 to 2 nanometers thick, controlled with angstrom-level precision. When classic two-dimensional shrinking becomes harder, chip makers add new structures, materials, and integration methods. More complexity does not guarantee Applied wins every tool decision. Competitors remain formidable, but it expands the number and importance of problems that materials engineering can solve. The current growth is not tied to one chip category. Within Semiconductor Systems, foundry, logic, and other represented 67% of quarterly revenue, DRAM represented 26%, and flash memory represented 7%. Logic needs new transistor and wiring structures. AI memory needs faster and more efficient DRAM, including high-bandwidth memory. Advanced packaging must connect logic and stacked memory with extremely tight tolerances. Applied's June product release showed how the portfolio crosses those bottlenecks. Epitaxy for faster DRAM, chemical mechanical polishing and deposition for packaging, copper plating for vertical connections, and electron beam tools for measurement and defect review. This is the central advantage. Applied does not need to predict which accelerator brand wins. It needs customers across logic, memory, and packaging to keep paying for complexity. The risk is that these spending cycles can still move together when customers cut capital budgets. Semiconductor Systems produced $7.04 billion of revenue, up from $5.564 billion a year earlier. Its operating income reached $2.657 billion, a 45% increase, and operating margin rose from 33% to 37.7%. Applied Global Services added $1.781 billion of revenue and $536 million of operating income. Services matters because tools already installed in fabs need spare parts, maintenance, and performance optimization. Applied's latest Form 10Q says the company is shifting service and spares towards subscription agreements, which can make that stream more predictable. But do not confuse stability with immunity. Service demand still depends on wafer starts, utilization, and the installed base. The quarter's main acceleration came from equipment, and equipment orders are exposed to customers' capital cycles. A resilient service layer can soften volatility. It cannot erase it. The strongest bull evidence is not simply that AI demand is large. It is that Applied converted higher demand into better economics. Company gross margin has now expanded year over year for 13 consecutive quarters, according to management. In this quarter, Semiconductor Systems operating margin improved by 4.7 percentage points, and Applied Global Services operating margin improved by 2.8 points. Management then guided fiscal Q4 revenue to $10.25 billion plus or minus $500 million. The midpoint implies roughly 12% sequential growth from Q3. Non-GAAP earnings per share guidance centers on $4.02, about 15% above the $3.50 reported in Q3. Guidance is not a result, and the EPS comparison is non-GAAP. Still, if revenue approaches that midpoint while margins hold, the thesis moves from one record quarter to a genuine earnings acceleration. Now, the uncomfortable evidence. China represented 28% of Q3 revenue. That was down from 35% a year earlier, but it was still the largest single geography in the table. These figures use the location of the customer's facility, not necessarily the ultimate destination of every chip. Export rules have already limited Applied's ability to sell certain equipment, parts, and services in China, and the company warns that tighter rules can reduce revenue while increasing exposure to local competitors. Customer concentration is also real. In the 6 months through April, 2 customers accounted for approximately 21% and 15% of revenue. A delayed fab, a changed process decision, or a cancelled order at one large customer can move company results. Geographic diversification improved this quarter, but concentration did not disappear. There is one more trap in the phrase picks and shovels. It can sound as if the supplier gets paid regardless of what happens. Applied's own filing says the semiconductor industry has historically been cyclical and difficult to predict. Customers may accelerate spending when capacity is scarce, then pause when utilization falls or inventories rise. New tools also require Applied to scale manufacturing, inventory, and logistics before every dollar of demand is certain. That creates working capital and execution risk. And technology breadth does not equal monopoly power. Lam Research, KLA, Tokyo Electron, and ASML solve different and sometimes overlapping parts of the manufacturing stack. The durable question is not whether chips become more complex. They almost certainly do. The question is whether Applied keeps winning enough of the newly valuable steps to grow faster than total wafer fabrication equipment spending without sacrificing margin. Here is the decision rule for the next report. First, compare Q4 revenue with the $10.25 billion midpoint, not merely with last year. Second, require Semiconductor Systems operating margin to stay near the high 30s while equipment revenue grows. Third, watch DRAM and advanced packaging demand for proof that the portfolio is benefiting from more than leading-edge logic. Fourth, track China and major customer concentration alongside any new export restrictions. If revenue reaches the guide, margins remain expanded and growth broadens across logic, memory, and packaging, the complexity thesis is working. If revenue rises but margin or cash conversion weakens, the market may be seeing a temporary capacity surge instead. Applied Materials does not need to design the winning AI chip. It needs every winning chip to become harder to manufacture, and it needs to keep owning the critical steps. The record quarter is real, but the moat is not the word AI. The moat is Applied Materials' ability to turn atomic-scale manufacturing problems into repeatable equipment and service revenue. That is the number to understand before deciding what the stock is worth. If this evidence-led breakdown helped, subscribe to Dr. Isbayek for the next company analysis. This video is for education, not financial advice. Verify the filings and make your own decision.